And with that, Rattler fans, we welcome you to the opening game of the volleyball season here inside beautiful Bill Greehey Arena. It'll be your St. Mary's Rattlers squaring off against Lubbock Christian University. The Chaps are in town in San Antonio. Joe Rodriguez along with Brian Magliulion. Brian, the 5th year under Coach Ginny Warmack Chipman. It should be an exciting one. Is there anybody in particular you're looking forward to watching today?
I'm excited to see how the 5 seniors on this St. Mary's squad react to being the top dogs now. They have the experience making the playoffs the past season, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they mesh with some of the new faces as well we have here.
And you mentioned those seniors: Melissa Heff, Victoria Martinez, Kelsey Huber, Taylor Obermiller, along with Devin Hardung. And for me, those main 2 seniors, Kelsey Huber, Victoria Martinez, they've been the staple of this Rattler team over the past 4 years. It seems like just yesterday they were starting off their freshman year with us as well. But now, like you mentioned, they're the top dogs. Well, the starters for your Rattlers: Victoria Martinez at libero, Kelsey Huber, Lauren Holman, Rachel Shikatano, she'll be your setter, Tori Estrada, the defensive specialist, and Lauren Slaughter. Here's Martinez. I beg your pardon, Tori Estrada, looking to get the season underway. And Brian, is this your first volleyball cast? I believe it might be.
I actually had a couple under my belt last season towards the end, but first one of the season as the Rattlers get the first point on the board.
And that's Kelsey Huber right there. And Brian, for me, Kelsey Huber, really the player to watch this season. We know she has that incredible leaping ability. It seems like she can just leap out of the gym sometimes, but she's also a very good player at playing the short game, as good as she tries to put on display there. Here's Paul. That one handled by the libero of Lubbock Christian. That one sent back by Holman. And a good put down there by number 3, Maddie Johnson. Let's go on ahead and meet Lubbock Christian University. 17-12 last year was their mark. Channing Castleberry will start along with Maddie Johnson, Abby White, Mallory Maddox, Aaron Fisher, who is just an incredible player, is their setter, along with Ariel Frochelle and Samantha Matthews. That one will hit the floor in favor of the Rattlers, and 2-1 now the score. And a very fast-paced game that we're seeing out of the gates here, Brian.
A lot of high energy, which is expected, especially because both teams in a new season early on. Good dig there. St. Mary's still in this. Paul tries to get it over. And here's Huber now.
And there's Huber playing the short game. Fisher sends this one over the net. And here's Holman getting one of her first touches. Holman, she gets a piece of that one as well. And that one blocked but falls on the Lubbock Christian side. So Huber with the kill, 2-2 now for St. Mary's.
And as you mentioned earlier, Kelsey Huber has that capability to just overpower some of those blocks as she gets the second point of the match for St. Mary's.
And it might not seem very significant. You're like, oh, it's just 2-2. But if you win one of those long-lasting rallies early on in the set, it can potentially just propel you, feel pretty good about yourself. As that one a bit too long, and St. Mary's jumps into the lead for the first time today. 3-2 now for the girls in gold. And right there, that's just some split-second decision-making by the libero Victoria Martinez. If you watch her on your screen, she's the Rattler who's in blue. She's going to be playing that back line all by herself today, and she's going to have to cover a lot of ground. And Martinez, one of the best in the Heartland Conference at doing it, and she's one of the reasons why the Rattlers were picked to finish 5th in the Heartland Conference this year.
That one out of the reach of Victoria Martinez. And as you mentioned, Martinez last season was a 4-time Heartland Conference Libero of the Week, to go along with several other accolades, which includes Heartland Conference All-Tournament Team and All-Heartland Conference Team. All of this last season, and Martinez looking to add to that this year in her final year in Rattler Blue and Gold.
And an unprecedented 639 digs as she gets another one right there. But it's off the candy cane pole, so it'll be a point for Lubbock Christian. 639 digs for Martinez last year. The next closest competition was 329 by Huber. So it'll be Martinez doing all the dirty work for the Rattlers today.
And Victoria Martinez on her way to already climbing the Rattler record books, as you mentioned, with over 600 digs last season, as Chicatano tries to catch the Chaps sleeping.
Yeah, that's like throwing a changeup right there. You got to go on ahead and try to keep your opposition honest. But the Chaps able to go on ahead and put that one down, and it will be 5-3 now for the Lady Chaps. And Brian, right now we're seeing a lot of seasoned players on the floor for the Rattlers, but I'm excited to see if some of the freshmen get some action. We've heard them talked very mightily of as that one inched over the net by Huber. And I think that'll be an illegal attack called on Channing Castleberry right there, as it'll be Rattler point. See the first substitutions, Melissa Heft entering into the game. And then it'll be Chicatano and Paul going to take a seat. We're also seeing Kaylin Guthrie, her Rattler debut. Serve is underway. Guthrie, she'll be the second setter on this Rattler team. That one sent back, but into an opportune position for the Chaps. It's put away by number 6, Kaylee Lucier. So 6-4 now for the Chaps as they've somewhat calmed this Rattler crowd. I must have spoke too soon there. Here's Heft, her first swing of the season. And Slaughter also getting in on the action. She is recently subbed in. Huber having to go against 2 Chaps right there. Here's Heft, the lefty, and it's down.
And beautiful job by the Rattlers, regrouping and taking their time, able to get the point, and Heft able to put it down for the kill. 6-5 now the score, advantage Chaps, as Huber will serve.
And we got a freshman on the floor, freshman alert. Allison Rose has checked into the game for Tori Estrada. And a very nice dump on that one. It'll be 7-5 now for the Chaps.
Last season, St. Mary's and Lubbock Christian played twice. Rattlers winning both occasions, only dropping 1 set to the Chaps from Lubbock Christian, as that one is put down.
And that's Lauren Slaughter putting that one down. As we now see Holman checking onto the floor. Slaughter will be back to serve. And Slaughter's another one of those players, freshman last year. She got some nice playing time experience. We'll see if that experience ends up paying off into a big sophomore year, as the big hitting Heft puts another one down, and it's 7s on the board for both squads.
Heft making her presence known early on, and she's tied this match up at 7.
Here's Slaughter once again. And I kind of equate Heft to a big lefty that you have, kind of just bring them in and they just deliver, it seems, time and time. It's resounding booms. They're not going up there to hit a single, they're going up there to hit a home run, kind of like a David Ortiz, I guess, if you're a baseball kind of guy. Here's Heft again, swinging freely. And Castleberry able to get that one down as she was attacking from the back line, 9-7. Back to serve, it's Frochelle. There's the freshman Grace. Holman, she's met at the net. And a piece of that one as well for Holman. Here's Heft using the right hand this time. Martinez, another dig. And a little bit of trickery there out of Guthrie. Very nicely done, and it's back within 1. Chicatano and Paul back into the game for Guthrie and Heft.
Beautiful trickery there by Guthrie, the junior from Corpus Christi, getting a point right before she heads to the bench.
And if you watch that one back, you see Guthrie. Oh, the freshman in the house. Grace sends that one back. We're squared away at 9 apiece. And it's got to be a good confidence booster. You're coming in, you're playing your first game at St. Mary's. Going ahead, just get yourself a block to ease yourself into the game.
Oh, beautiful dig there by Huber.
The freshman again. And it's back to the St. Mary's side. Here's Holman. And Martinez covering the floor the best she can, but that one squibs a bit off to the side, and it'll be 10-9 for the Lady Chaps. But if you go back and you watch that Guthrie, the trickery, the thing that she does very well, if you're a setter watching at home, watch her shoulders. She doesn't tell the defense at all that she's trying to get the point by herself. The thing that she does very well, she keeps her shoulders squared, and then she's able to go and get the point herself. It's very important to not have those tells, as St. Mary's able to get another point, 10-10. Estrada back in, and Grace will head on out. Here's Tori Estrada. Nice floater serve there. That one off the top of the tape. Here's Jenna Paul with the set. Holman playing it short. Chaparral's trying to get it back. And I think we're going to have another illegal attack right there. Savannah Matthews was all over the net, but an illegal attack right there, and St. Mary's into the lead, 11-10. Back and forth we go here, Brian.
No team getting the advantage early on, as the Rattlers able to get another point on that violation right there.
Yeah, bad set right there. 2 touches called. Estrada, her 3rd serve now.
And this lead ties the biggest lead either team has had. And that one just misses the line, and it'll go for Lubbock Christian. Yeah,
you can't get too down on yourself on that point if you're St. Mary's. You got the block like you wanted. It just went off to the side. Chicatano the set. Here's Huber. And there's the point.
I can't tell you how many times we've seen that from Kelsey Huber, and every time it doesn't get old.
And it just seems so effortless every single time. If you or I try to go out in the court and do that one, might have a little bit of a struggle. Here's Martinez on the serve, the Arlington native, and that one just slightly outside. So score will go back to 13-12. St. Mary's still in the lead. You see Coach Gary Payne and telling Martinez what she did wrong there. It's interesting. You'll usually see Coach Payne. As Huber able to put another one down, her 2nd kill. But it seems like Coach Payne's being the proactive one and getting off the bench to instruct this Rattler team. And Coach Chipman, she'll more of take the players to the side and kind of make sure that everything's going right on the strategy point. Here's Guthrie on to serve. She just checked into the game along with Heft. And a good block there at the net. Here's Huber playing it short now. Big swing by Castleberry. Huber again. Castleberry dug out by Martinez. Huber once more. And oh, some miscommunication there between Johnson and Maddox. And Huber with another kill.
Kelsey Huber has made her presence known here in set number 1, accounting for, I believe, 5 of the Rattler points already.
Guthrie back to serve. And that one sails just a bit too long. The Rattlers, their 2nd missed serve. And while it doesn't seem very significant, those add up very quickly, and uncontested points are something you never want to give up in any sport. Here's Lucia back to serve. Oh, and the Chaps give it right back. So St. Mary's, their lead back to 3. And Huber will be back to serve.
Turnabout is fair play. Rattlers giving a point up to the Shaps, and just as quickly, Lubbock Christian returning the favor. St. Mary's leads 16-13 in set number 1.
Rose back into the game for Strada. And that one nicely met at the net. Heft, oh, having to stretch. Good job by Guthrie. And St. Mary's able to clear the ball. Castleberry, and that one put down. And Castleberry, she's had herself a pretty nice game too, the freshman out of Amarillo, Texas. Castleberry now back to serve. 16-14, the margin for the Rattlers. And that one right to Martinez, an absolute bullet. Here's Rose, and that one dug out nicely by Castleberry. Heft now will swing and got just a bit underneath that one and gave the point to the Chaps.
You have to like the aggression St. Mary's has come out with early on. Melissa Heft, as you mentioned, swinging for the fences, that time unable to keep it in play as that one is tipped down by Slaughter.
Slaughter back into the game, making an impact right away, and now she'll go back and serve. Martinez, she'll go and take a quick break, and Holman back into the game. And another missed serve for the Rattlers, number 3 right there, and it's a 1-point game. If you're tuning in for the first time and you don't quite know how volleyball works, they play to 25. You have to win by 2. Rose, good dig out right there. Here's Heft, and she puts it down right on the baseline. Melissa Heft, another kill. Chicatano and Paul back in. Heft and Guthrie will go take a seat. And Rachel will go back to serve. And we're going to have our first timeout called by the Lubbock Christian head coach, Jennifer Lawrence. 18-16, the lead for the Rattlers. We'll be right back with more volleyball action here on the Rattler Network.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, everyone, to beautiful Bill Greehey Arena. 18-16, your Lady Rattlers with the lead. Rachel Chicatano back to serve. And that one overpowering Rose right there. Maddie Johnson with the kill, the red shirt junior. And now back to serve. It'll be Erin Fisher, the senior setter. Erin Fisher, I remember last year, I want to say she won the majority of Setter of the Weeks award. A very good player for this Lubbock Christian team. And usually when your cornerstone player is a setter, you just need to put some weapons around her. But Jenna Paul getting in on the act. I believe that's her first kill of the young season. And the margin still at 2 for the Rattlers, and it'll be Rose back to serve. Allison Rose, nice little floater, but just out of play. And that's missed serve number 4 now, I believe, for St. Mary's. Very uncharacteristic. Maybe some early season jitters, maybe getting some rust off. Here's Paul. Well, looks like she has the rust off just fine. 2018 now for the Rattlers.
Beautiful job by Jenna Paul finding the opening and able to deposit a beauty right down the pipe. Rattlers now 5 points away from taking set number 1.
Slaughter back into the game. Holman will go on ahead and head to the bench. Here's Martinez, very nice serve, and St. Mary's will get a free ball here. Slaughter, the tip, and it's down, 21-18 for the Rattlers. And I like the smart play there by Slaughter. She saw that the defense was deep, so she went on ahead and just flicked that one to the side. And we'll see Devin Hardung checking in for her first action. She'll check in for Allison Rose. That one overpowering Chickatano, and a nice kill by Samantha Matthews. Ariel Frochelle checking into the game for Lubbock Christian. Back to serve, it'll be Maddox. Allen dug out nicely by Hardung. Here's Huber, and nicely done by Maddox to extend and get that one. Sent back over by Castleberry. Here's Paul, and she's sent back, but St. Mary's able to return the ball. And Lubbock Christian sends it right back to him. Here's Slaughter. Slaughter again. And Lubbock Christian very resilient here. Castleberry gets the point for the Lady Chaps.
Rattlers on the wrong side of that exciting exchange right there. And Lubbock Christian able to take advantage. Now trailing by only one, 21-20.
A nice diving serve right there. Slaughter just barely able to get it over. And the Chaps battling back, 21-21. And Coach Warmack Chipman wants a timeout. We'll go on ahead and take it with them. 21-all in the first set as you're watching Rattler Volleyball here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, everyone. A nail biter here in the first set, 21-21, as I believe we had a serve before the whistle. And so Mallory Maddox, she'll go on ahead and serve again. Maddox now, here's the serve. Hardung takes it. And it'll be Paul attacking from the middle, something we don't usually see. And Jenna deposits that one right to the hardwood, and St. Mary's jumps back ahead. Guthrie and Heft heading in for Paul and Chickatano.
That looked like a set play right out of the timeout. St. Mary's executing to perfection. Lubbock Christian expecting it short, and Paul gets it over for the point.
Fisher, that one put down. Nice response by Frochelle. And it'll be 22-all now. Lucia coming into the game for Abby White. So we're squared away at 22-22. Lubbock Christian on to serve. And that one out of play. And miss serve number 2 from Lubbock Christian. And St. Mary's now in the lead, and another timeout called, this time by head coach Jennifer Lawrence. And we'll go on ahead, we'll keep it here, Brian, at 23-22. Brian, we've gotten our first taste, our first sample, I guess you could say, out of our St. Mary's Rattlers. So what has stood out? Has anyone just jumped off of the hardwood tonight, in your opinion?
Melissa Heft has really made her presence known. The fact that she's been able to make such a difference in this first set really speaks to how much work she's put in during the offseason. The hard-swinging left-hander has just done a terrific job of maintaining her composure throughout as well, especially with the opportunities that she's had, and now the Rattlers are only 2 points away from nailing this first set down. And
the thing that has impressed me about Heft as well is she's done it on the defensive end. She's been in on some key blocks for St. Mary's as well. But that time, too much to handle is Frochelle, and Lubbock Christian will tie it at 23-23. So this is where the senior play comes into effect for the Rattlers. He got all this experience on the floor, as Slaughter able to put that one down. Let's see if some of that senior leadership will be able to lead the Rattlers to a victory here in the first set. Lauren Slaughter serving for set number 1. And it's a good one. And that one out of play. The call from the head official as he has overruled the line judge. St. Mary's takes set number 1, 25-23. An exciting way to start the season. We'll be back with set number 2 after this quick commercial break.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
And welcome back, everyone. Set number 2 set to get underway. And Brian, we saw a couple of new faces contributing in a big way right there. Guthrie was in on it, along with Allison Rose. She made her first appearance. It was nice to see those new players come in and contribute, and we even saw a highlight play out of Guthrie right there with a little bit of trickery.
As he mentioned, Guthrie faked the set and was able to deposit a beauty right in the middle of the Lubbock Christian defense. And as you mentioned, Allison Rose, the 5'8" freshman from Tomball, Texas, making her presence known as well with several key plays of her own. St. Mary's leading 1-0 as Lubbock Christian gets set to serve to begin set number 2.
Aaron Fisher with the serve, dug out by Paul, and it'll be Paul swinging away. That one up into the rafters, into the crowd, and point number 1 for the Rattlers. That's how you know you made good contact there if you're Jenna Paul, huh?
allowed first point here in set number 2 for Jenna Paul and the St. Mary's Rattlers as Devin Hartung serves. And that one goes into the net. Point number 2 for St. Mary's.
Now, if you're St. Mary's, you really don't want to step off the gas pedal here in this second set. If you go on ahead and you're able to take this second set, obviously it puts Lubbock Christian into a big hole. Very important momentum game right here for both the Rattlers and for the Chaps. Hartung. Oh, no one home, and it finds the hardwood. 3-0 now for the Rattlers.
Good start for the St. Mary's Rattlers as they're able to reel off 3 consecutive points to start. Let's see if they can continue this trend.
Here's Hartung now, and a bit long on the serve. Another serving error by the Rattlers, and those unforced errors can really just start to kill you.
Although the Rattlers are leading early on, as you mentioned, those unforced errors tend to add up very quickly as Jenna Paul tried to get it to go, but good job there by Lubbock Christian, able to cover.
And here's Huber! And Kelsey Huber, when she gets up, she has some hops, huh?
Huber with mad hops, as you say, able to put that one down with authority. Rattlers lead 4-1.
Slaughter back to serve. Holman in to play the mid. And that one's sent back by Holman. She had a ridiculous season last year with so many blocks for the Rattlers, and she gets one right there, the solo block for Holman. She had 99 total blocks for the Rattlers last season, just one short of the century mark.
And as you mentioned, Holman with 99 blocks, that was good enough for her to land a spot on the All-Heartland Conference team last year. And she looks to be in mid-season form right here as St. Mary's leads 5-2 now.
And even more impressive, she had 28 solo blocks last year. Able to do it just by herself as well as with a teammate. Holman now takes a swing. It's dug out nicely. Here's Castleberry taking a swing now. Holman again. And now it's Huber. And she finds the weakness in the defense. St. Mary's jumping ahead 6-2.
Huber showing that she could score in many different ways with the power, but that time with a little finesse, able to get the Rattlers the 6-2 lead.
And that'll do it. Coach Jennifer Lawrence wants to take a quick break. We'll go on ahead. We'll take her with her. 6-2, the Rattlers lead here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, everyone. 6-2 for the Rattlers. Jenna Paul Shikatano will sub out. Guthrie into the game along with Melissa Heft. And it'll be Guthrie back to serve now. And that one a nice little floater. And dug out there by Martinez. Holman using the offhand right there, able to get it over. Castleberry replies back. Holman again, and that one dug out. That one off the top of the tape, and Martinez covering some ground, but just not able to get to it in time. She tried to pancake it, and I gotta believe that if that one hadn't gone off the tape, then Martinez would have had it. An excellent dig there by Maddox as well during the play, the libero for Lubbock Christian. Back to serve now is Lucia. Here's Huber, the tip. And see, that's what happens. You have to respect her power and her strength. And so then when she plays this short game, if she sets it up properly, she's able to get those easy tip points.
It's almost like a great pitcher in baseball setting up their fastball with their changeup or vice versa. Huber faking going full with her full swing and decides to deposit a soft one for the 7th point of set number 2.
And the thing that she does very well is her approach is exactly the same. If you were to watch the approach as Heft able to get another one down, if you were to watch the approach of most of these players, it looks exactly the same from when they're going to hit it and bring the boom versus when they're going to play the short game. And it's so crucial to be able to practice that and do it so effectively. Huber, nice serve as that one dives toward the floor. Castleberry now. And that one sent back over. Guthrie setters out, and Heft will just send it over on the second touch. Some collisions, bodies on the floor, and a double touch violation will be called on Johnson. St. Mary's now up 9-3, the biggest advantage so far of today's match.
Rattlers out of the gates quickly here in set number 2 as Huber delivers one over the net.
And that one a bit too much for Martinez to handle. 9-4 now. Advantage still for St. Mary's. Castleberry will go back and serve for Lubbock Christian. It's a Lubbock Christian team. They went 17-12 last year. They're picked to finish 3rd in the Heartland Conference season. Melissa Heft, though, another cannon unloaded. Slaughter now checking into the game. Holman will go and have a quick discussion with Coach Warmack Chipman. Martinez now back to serve. That first one, wow, that's well placed right there. And it finds the floor. 10-5 now as Lubbock Christians trying to fight their way back into the game. Maddox will go back to serve. Some stats from that first game. Huber, she had 5 kills, led the St. Mary's squad. Martinez, 2 digs. Impressive out of her, but Huber led the team in digs as well with 5. That's number 6 for her now. There's Hardung. And oh, that one, nobody home for the Rattlers as Frochel's able to get one down on the floor. 10-6 now.
That was a nicely placed ball by Lubbock Christian, just out of the reach of Victoria Martinez, as now the Rattler lead down to 4.
That one tipped over, set her out. Heft pushes it right into the corner. Able to get another one down is Heft. 11-6 now for the Rattlers. Heft, she had 3 kills in that first set and adding to her total in this second one. Here's Rachel Shikatano now back to serve. And that one blocked by Slaughter and Paul. Here's Hardung, and she got under that one just a little bit. And it'll be a point for the Lady Chaps. Back to serve, Aaron Fisher now. Very good serve out of Fisher there. Here's Paul, and that one dug out by Maddox. Rochelle able to send it back over. Paul finds the floor, and St. Mary's, it looks like they're just clicking on all cylinders right now as they're able to preserve this big lead. Here's Hartung back to serve.
And as you mentioned, St. Mary's with all the momentum right now as that one is blocked.
And the Chaps able to get that one down. But Huber on the solo effort right there was able to send back Rochelle. That's your outside hitter going up against the mid and able to sky up there and get up to it.
It'll be interesting to see if St. Mary's can keep this going throughout the entire set as that one sails over the line and out of play for Kelsey Huber. Point goes to Lubbock Christian. 12-9 now the score.
Yeah, but I like Huber right there, just showing some leadership. You saw her point to her chest, say, oh, that one was my bad. As an ace right there for Johnson, a nice serve, as the deficit is now 12-2. You see Coach Chipman telling the girls to go ahead, calm down. It'll be Paul attacking from the mid. And you see her nodding her head saying, I knew it. As she was able to find the very soft part of the defense right there, and the Rattler lead back up to 3 as Holman will come in for Martinez. Good serve there out of Slaughter. Froschel attacking and able to find the floor. And 13-11.
Back to that point by Jenna Paul. She just had enough of the ball to get over the net as well. And the Rattlers have really made the most out of their opportunities as Holman powers that one down for point number 14.
And I love the smiles that come out of the face on Shikatano and Holman. That's a setter and hitter who know that they're on the same page, and when they execute perfectly, it's for sure an easy point. Here's Guthrie back to serve. That one played short by White. And oh, Heft went up and won that ball with her right hand. Martinez flying around but not able to get to that one. As it's now 14-12, St. Mary's still in the positive. Lucia will go back and serve now. Martinez. And it'll be Huber taking the swing. And St. Mary's, they'll have themselves a free ball. Holman now. And that one dug out by Castleberry. And Castleberry able to put that one down as well as she beat the Rattler defense. And Lubbock Christian now pulling within 1.
Lubbock Christian creeping closer and closer. 1 point away now from tying set number 2 as that one is played by Martinez, and Holman almost gets the point. Good hustle there. As it's a mad scramble and St. Mary's able to get the point. And who else but Melissa Heft, who's had a dandy of a match so far, extending the Rattler lead to 2.
And I love the job St. Mary's did right there. They got Lubbock Christian to kind of scramble, and they played very, very quickly. They tried to get the ball back, returned over the net as quickly as possible to go against a scrambled Lubbock Christian, and they get rewarded with the point. Guthrie for Heft. And Heft, everything she touches turns to gold as she gets another point on the board there, 16-13. And Brian, St. Mary's now back in the lead by 3. Here's Huber looking to serve. Castleberry puts it down. She's having herself a whale of a game in her freshman debut for Lubbock Christian.
As you mentioned, Castleberry doing a terrific job. The freshman from Amarillo, Texas, has made her presence known to the St. Mary's Rattlers as that point goes for Lubbock Christian.
Yeah, and a great serve by Castleberry. She seems to just be going and going for the Lady Chaps right now. 8 kills on the game so far, but that one, I think we might have jinxed her just a bit. Into the tape and onto the floor. St. Mary's now leads 17-15. Martinez back and ready to serve. Martinez, the Arlington native. And she just served a bullet right there. And oh, it finds the floor. Johnson able to put it down. and the deficit will go back to 1. Maddox back to serve now. Good pass by Hartung. And Slaughter. And you like to see this. I've seen a lot of variety out of St. Mary's. It's not an offense where, okay, I hit on this side, you hit on this side, I am playing in the middle. It's everyone can hit from whatever side, and it really is throwing off Lubbock Christian to this point. It's a great offense to be able to run. As that one put down nicely by Froschel.
And as you mentioned, St. Mary's, they don't have players staying in one set position. It's almost as if you got to keep your head on a swivel if you're the Shaps, as that one sails out of play for a Rattler point. But it's also a testament to the great players that are on this Rattler team who are able to do these things on anywhere on the court.
Here comes Tori Estrada into the game. Devin Hartung will head over to the bench. And that serve just barely staying in, and a great kill there by Froschel, I believe. 19-18, still a 1-point game. Good pass by Martinez. Here's Paul, and she's sent back. A nice block. The combination of Froschel and Castleberry. And we're squared away now, Brian, 19-19.
It will be interesting to see how the Rattlers respond to this adversity, as Huber's shot sails wide of the line, and for the first time in set number 2, the Shaps have the advantage, 20-19 now.
Estrada taking that one. It'll be Huber. Cross court. And I believe a lift will be called. And St. Mary's bounces right back. We're squared away. Both teams only need 5 to win set number 2. Slaughter returning to the game. Slaughter back to serve, I should say. Holman returning into the game. Martinez will get a quick drink of water. And that one's put down. White able to get on top of it. And the beautiful cross-court hit results in a point for the Lady Chaps. Samantha Matthews returning to the game now for Maddox. Froschel on the serve. And Holman and Shikatano not able to make the connection there. And it'll be 22-20 now for the Lady Chaps. And Coach Warmack Chipman will call a timeout. The first timeout of this set for the Rattlers. We'll go on ahead, take a break with them. 22-20, the resolution of set number 2 when we return here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, everyone, to Bill Greehey Arena. Froschel on the serve, and a bit long. 22-21. And I think I just saw Coach Warmack Chipman pointing to her chest like that point's mine, as if she just iced the server.
And that was a big point for St. Mary's, who now trails by 1.
Guthrie on to serve now. Sent back, Holman and Heft combined. Sent back again, this time it's Huber and Holman. And St. Mary's bringing out the block party, 22-22 now.
Beautifully done. Lauren Holman able to help on the block on the right side and quickly moving over to the left to combine with Huber to put that point away. 22 all now here in set number 2 with Guthrie serving.
Top spin on the serve. It'll be Castleberry, and once again, Castleberry, what did you have for breakfast? She's having herself a great game, 23-22.
Castleberry definitely ate her Wheaties this morning.
Lucia now on to serve.
But don't count St. Mary's out just yet as Heft, that one just misses, and now Lubbock Christian 1 point away from tying this match at 1 set apiece.
Lucia serving for set number 2 now. It'll be Estrada. Huber now playing it short. And it's in. So St. Mary is able to stay alive. Oh, I believe it was out. I beg your pardon. So sorry there. Is that one out of play off of St. Mary's player, 25-22. The second match goes to Lubbock Christian. And Brian, we saw St. Mary's, they jumped out to a 6-point lead there, but just not able to hang on. And just like that, we're squared away at a set apiece.
The Rattlers had a 6-point lead in set number 2, but were unable to hang on. Credit Lubbock Christian for not giving up. And now it's a whole new match right now. Both teams tied at 1 set apiece.
Yeah, the best of 3 when we come back here on the Rattler Network.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back, everyone. We're tied at 1 set apiece in this best of 5 match. Joe Rodriguez, Brian Magliuan on the call here for you today. Remind you Rattler fans, go on ahead, check us out on social media at St. Mary's Rattlers at both Twitter and on Instagram. And also check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. Of course, we're on YouTube with video logs of all of the games and broadcasts. And of course, soon the return of Talking Rattlers, youtube.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. And of course, if you want all your favorite stats, schedules, and to learn more about the players, just check us out, rattlerathletics.com. 1-0, the Rattlers gaining the early lead off of a great serve there by Tori Estrada. And Brian, we saw St. Mary's, they're able to jump out to the lead in set number 2, but just not able to hold on to it in the end.
Rattlers once again getting off to the hot start, leading 2-0. And the last set was a testament to Lubbock Christian not giving up. And as you know the saying, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Lubbock Christian able to finally get on the board here in set number 3. 2-1 now the score.
Yeah, but if you're St. Mary's, the best thing that you can go on ahead and do, just have short-term memory. Just become totally unaware that there was even a second game played. You want to go on ahead and just get back to playing your style of volleyball that was able to net them that first game. As that one put down resoundingly by Maddie Johnson. 2-2 now as we're squared away in set number 3.
And as you mentioned, short-term memory, all the great ones seem to have it.
Back to serve now, it's Fisher. And Huber, she'll take a swing. She had to kind of fade away from that one, though. As that one's put into the tape, 4 touches will be called on Lubbock Christian. 3-2 now for the Rattlers. Here comes Slaughter as she will be serving. Holman checking into the game for Martinez. And wow, that one just dived on down. Maddox did the best she could, and it'll be a free ball for the Rattlers. Jenna Paul! And that's what happens when you get a great serve. It doesn't necessarily result in an ace, but it does result in a slam later on in the point.
Jenna Paul putting another point down. The 5'10 junior from Alvin, Texas has had her share of great plays during this match as Lubbock Christian able to get the point. They now trail 4-3.
Yeah, and that is kill number 7 on the game for Jenna Paul to match her jersey number. Here's Jenna Paul, the tip this time, and it's dug out nicely by White. Martinez, a dig as well. Here's Huber, the left hand attacking from the middle. And Castleberry, for the first time in what seems like the entire game, actually making a mistake and hitting that one just out of play. Guthrie and Heft will check into the game. Paul and Chicatano will go ahead and take a seat. Some other statistics jumping off the page. Melissa Heft now leads the Rattlers in kills with 9. And in digs, it is Martinez now. She has 9 digs. Huber, 8 kills and 8 digs, as she is just barely trailing those two. Here's Holman now. Great job digging that one out. Holman again, and it looks like Guthrie just a little bit flat on that set, and it'll result in a point for Lubbock Christian. On the other side of things, Castleberry, she has 10 kills. Froschel has 9. 11 digs for Aaron Fisher, the setter, able to get those digs for Lubbock Christian as Holman is able to put that one down. And then Maddox, the libero, right behind her with 8 digs of her own. These stats, of course, only through 2 sets. Huber now stepping up to the line, 6-4, the Rattler lead. White with a swing, and it is sent back, but just out of play as Holman and Hartung combined on the block, but it will result in a point for Lubbock Christian. Lucia re-entering into the game, on to serve. And that one just short. It hits the tape and bounces back. St. Mary's regains the 2-point advantage. Slaughter checking back into the game now. Martinez libero, ready to serve. That one dug out by Maddox. Castleberry trying to play the short game. And that one dug out by Maddox again. Slaughter at the net, finding the soft spot once again, and using all of her 6'2" figure to put that one on down. 8-5 now for the Rattlers.
And good job by Slaughter getting enough of that ball and placing it perfectly where she wanted it for the point.
And Martinez, another missed serve. I believe that's her second of the match now. And it's 8-6. Here's the serve by Castleberry. And it's overpassed by Huber, but Guthrie somehow able to find it out of the netting. Great dig there by Huber. She lays out for it. Hardung sends it on back across. And that one put down by Johnson as she's able to find the floor. 8-7, still in the Rattlers' favor, however. And that was a point where, again, it was just set up by a good serve. Huber wasn't able to get off the good pass. And a little while later, it results in the point for the Rattlers. Martinez lays out for that one. Heff now take a swing. Into the bench go the Chaparral players. Is this one going to have enough? No, it does not. St. Mary's gets the point right there as Heft was able to improvise a point there for the Rattlers.
When in doubt, just hit it hard. And right there, Heft gets the point for St. Mary's, doubling their lead to 2.
Chicatano and Paul check in. Guthrie and Heft will head on out. And there's Johnson, another kill for her, as Johnson is also playing very well. I believe that's kill number 7. Maddox now back. Here's Maddie with the serve. And that one a bit long. Great judgment there by Huber. She ducked out of the way just in time. 10-8 now for the Rattlers. And that's one of those split decisions yet again. Is it in? Is it out? I believe Martinez was yelling at her, out, out, out. I mean, I bet our mic can pick up all this communication these girls have. They are just always talking on the floor, and that communication is so crucial. Here's Paul with a set. Huber takes a swing, and it's tipped by Maddox, and Huber will get the kill. Victoria Strada now back to serve. And that one swung on by Frochelle. Dug out by Chicatano, but getting the kill, it's Johnson once again, as it seems like she's starting to make her imprint on set number 3. Aaron Fisher now back to serve. And it's a bullet, but Martinez equal to the task. Jenna Paul just a bit on top of that one and hit it into the tape. And it'll be a point for Lubbock Christian. 11-10 now the score.
I believe that set was a little too low for Paul, who hit it right into the net, as Huber able to deposit a beauty right into the hole of the defense. Rattlers lead 12-10.
And you see Kelsey, she just jumps with such power, like she's going to come down hard on top of the ball. But again, last second, going on ahead, playing the short game. And St. Mary's up by 2. Here's Slaughter on to serve. Johnson again. As you can hear the applause out of some of the Lubbock Christian fans who have made the trek here to San Antonio. 12-11 now the score. Johnson to serve. Paul attacking from the middle, and it's blocked but out of bounds. So St. Mary's answering right back with a point of their own. Heft and Guthrie will check back in for the girls in gold. Chicatano and Jenna Paul head to the bench. Guthrie back to serve. Top spin, it's dug out by Maddox. Left-handed by Castleberry as she tried to trick the Rattler defense, but Heft sends it back. 3 points now, the lead for the Rattlers.
And this is a key moment in this set. Can St. Mary's keep it up? Because this is around the time that teams that are down make their run, as that one drops in for a point for the Shaps.
Yeah, Abby White, a good job of playing the net right there, able to put that one down, as we'll now see Matthews checking back into the game for the Shaps. Frochelle now back to serve. Oh! Right into the back of her teammate Matthews. I think I'd go on ahead and say that one was a mistake and not any kind of grudge being held. That happens every now and then, you know. Huber now back to serve. Castleberry using her fist, and it seems like she may be cooling down just a bit as that one sails out of bounds. St. Mary's now with another point from an unforced error by the Shaps.
And good court awareness by Victoria Martinez, knowing where she was on the court and letting the ball sail past the line as that one goes down for the Shaps.
Abby White with the point right there, and now she'll head out of the game. Lucia will re-enter and serve for the Lady Chaps. And Huber using the open hands there. Heft, the big swing, but she's sent back. It'll be Hartung now, the tip, and she's able to find the floor. So some power out of one side of the floor, a little bit of finesse on the other, and it all adds up to a Rattler point. 17-13 now as Martinez will go back and serve. Martinez, good serve there. Matthews will send it over. That one by Heft. She finds the corner. Great awareness and reading the defense there by Heft. And the Lady Chaparrals need a timeout. We'll take it with them. Rattlers lead by 5 here on the Rattler Network.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, everyone. Martinez back to serve. The Rattlers lead by 5. I'm Joe Rodriguez, joined by Brian McGluyon here on the Rattler Network. As that one, Castleberry able to put it down. And it'll be now a 4-point advantage for St. Mary's. Castleberry now back to serve. Huber. Good pass there. It'll be Hartung playing the short game. Matthews now. It's dug out by Guthrie. Heft swinging away. And that one popped up nicely. Heft will send it over again, but a double touch violation is called. And right out of the timeout, Lubbock Christian able to get 2 quick points and bring the deficit to just 3. Castleberry on to serve, and she sails it out of play. 19-15 now as St. Mary's inching ever closer to taking their second set. Paul and Shikatano re-entering into the game. Guthrie and Heft will take a seat.
And the Rattlers have done a great job of responding after dropping set number 2, a set that they should have gotten. And that one sails out of play. Good job by Martinez, able to get her hands out of the way just in time. 20-15 now. St. Mary's leads here in set number 2.
Here's Shikatano's second serve.
Correction, set number 3.
Yes, indeed. Martinez digs that one out nicely. Shikatano able to get to it. Hardung kind of just deposits it over the net. And Johnson able to get another one down. 20-16 right there. And St. Mary's on that particular exchange, the pass was a little bit off, so it resulted in Hardung having to take a safe hit, and it resulted in the Chaps able to find an aggressive move of their own, if you will. Paul hits that one out of bounds, and it's 20-17. Maddox back to serve, the libero. From one libero to another. Here's Hardung now with the swing, and it's blocked. So the Lady Chaps have responded nicely out of their timeout. They're able to pull this one to within 2. Here's Maddox. Paul now attacking from the middle, and that one out of play. 21-18, and that would have been an incredible play if a Lady Chaparral had been able to get over there. You can actually do that, but you have to hit it back onto your other side of the net before you can hit it back on over. Very difficult to do. I've only seen it once in my entire time while broadcasting these Rattlers. Great pass out of the dig there, but it looked like a player was in the net for the Rattlers, and the point will go to the Lady Chaps. I believe it was Carly Ortega. She did that last year, where she was actually able to go onto the other side of the net, and it was an incredible. It was a highlight of the year.
I actually do remember that play as Slaughter slays that one. 22-19, the Rattlers lead. And that play you bring up, I do remember vividly how that went down, but very difficult, as you mentioned, to do.
And I think it's some difference between this year's Rattler team and last year's, as a double touch is going to be called there, and St. Mary's now within 2 of taking the set. We'll go on ahead and keep it right here for a little while. You talk about the leadership, the senior leadership on this team. Last year, only one sole senior for the Rattler team. 2, yes, that is correct, but Carly Ortega, she did a lot of the playing, and she was the on-the-court leader. On this Rattler team, you have several seniors that are able to take leadership roles. We see Heft out there, Martinez, Huber as well. And then, of course, you have Obermiller and Hartung, who are also very good leaders. I've heard only good things about them when it comes to their work ethic and their practice. Hartung getting some action today as well. And really, it's always kind of a blessing in disguise when you have that many seniors on your team. The idea is, okay, we have this many seniors, let's try to maximize right now, I guess, would be the mindset. But then the idea is, well, we're going to lose a bunch of these seniors coming next year, so you got to find replacements. But at the time, it's great to have that leadership. As that one almost went into the Rowdy Rattlers' hands, and it'll be match point now set point for the Rattlers, 24-19. Here's Slaughter on the serve. Nice slice right there. And Fisher not able to get to that pass. It'll be a double touch, and St. Mary's convincingly able to take set number 3, 25-19. The Rattlers now lead the match 2-1.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back, Rattler fans. The Rattlers ahead 2-1 in this best-of-5 series. And Brian, in that third set, we saw St. Mary's really pull away towards the end. 25-19, the final margin, the biggest margin of victory so far here today. What did you see out of them? What impressed you in that third set?
What impressed me the most about the third set was St. Mary's responding to LCU's runs. Lubbock Christian did a terrific job in set number 2, coming back from 6 points down, and they were able to make things quite interesting in set number 3 until St. Mary's pulled away decisively to take the 2-1 lead here in this opening match for the 2014 season.
Here's Jenna Paul. Maddox not able to get to that one. Aaron Fisher tries to chase it down, but not quite able to get to it. And Paul will have the first point of the set for the Rattlers. We see the impact players on our statistician points. Remind you, Rattler fans, you can go to our site, rattlerathletics.com. If you click on stats, then you can follow along with all the statistics. As that one put down by Huber. So far, the impact player of the game for the Rattlers, Melissa Heft, and it's hard to argue that one. She's contributed for 12.5 points for the Rattlers and has 11 kills. Melissa Heft, she has her fingerprints all over this game for St. Mary's. As that one's sent over by White, and it finds the floor, 2-1 now as the Chaps try to battle back. And on the other side, Ariel Froschel, the impact player for Lubbock Christian. She's contributed for 11.5 points, 10 kills, and an excellent 64.3 hitting percentage. As that one just out of play by Jenna Paul. And we're squared away, 2-2, a brand new game here in set number 3.
And you could see Jenna really wanted that one, but it'll go for a point for Lubbock Christian.
Oh, Jenna Paul, she does not miss when she's on form. 3-2, and Jenna Paul starting to bring the thunder here in set number 3.
Paul didn't get the point she wanted on that last exchange, but responded beautifully with a shot right down the middle for the point.
Beg your pardon, Guthrie and Heft now checking into the game for the Rattlers. As that's White right there, but just out of play. And St. Mary's now taking the 2-point advantage. Here's Guthrie back to serve. A little bit of a floater right there. And the swing by Johnson. A little tip of it was taken by a Rattler player. Froschel now. Or Matthews, beg your pardon. Here's Huber. Martinez on the dig. And that one shot a bit too much toward the net. Holman was not able to go and get it. And it'll be 4-3 now for the Lady Rattlers. Maddox now back to serve for the Lady Chaps. Good serve there. Martinez able to dig it out. And Holman eventually puts it on over. Fisher returns it. Here's Heft now. The lefty swings and misses just long. And will be squared away 4-4. And so far, Brian, it's just been a pattern. Rattlers get 2 points. Lady Chaps get 2 points. Lady Rattlers back and forth, back and forth.
No team really able to get the clear advantage as Lubbock Christian able to get that point and take their first lead of set number 4.
And it's Ariel Froschel once again. Another kill for her. That's number 11 on the game. She's having herself quite the performance as well. Martinez digs that one out. And Huber will give a free ball over to Lubbock Christian. Johnson, a big swing there. Here's Huber, the left hand. And eventually put down by White as she was able to find the weak spot of the Rattler defense. And a timeout now for St. Mary's as Lubbock Christian has run off 4 consecutive points. We'll go ahead, take the break with them here on the Rattler Network.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, everyone. Maddox on to serve right there. Here's Holman out of the timeout. Here's White now. And she finds the line. Another point for the Lady Chaps. And the lead has increased to 3.
St. Mary's hasn't seen this much adversity since set number 2. Let's see if they could respond here as Huber's shot is dug out.
And I believe we have a violation. A Rattler player in the net. They called Heft for it. And now the advantage has grown to 4. Here's Maddox. But we also saw this in set number 1. St. Mary's, they got down. Ooh. As Huber sent back there by Froschel and White. 5 now the lead for Lubbock Christian. But we saw St. Mary's get down in that first set and then eventually able to battle their way back to a 25-23 victory in that one. Good serve there. And no chances taken. Dug out. And Heft sends it on over. Froschel dug out by Estrada, and St. Mary's just not able to get it back over the net. 10-4. Now the lead for Lubbock Christian.
And this, the largest lead Lubbock Christian has had in any set. this really gonna test St. Mary's fortitude right now as, oh, Guthrie almost pulled off a beautiful move, but the Shaps able to respond once again. Their lead has ballooned to 7 now.
And Coach Warmack Chipman now looking for a spark right here. She's inserting Taylor Obermiller into the game for Holman. And this smart move, it kind of goes on ahead, lets you take the server out of their rhythm and kind of disrupts the rhythm of the game. As we'll see Taylor Obermiller for the first time this season.
Obermiller, one of the seniors on this Rattler squad. The 6-foot senior from San Antonio Stevens. And Heft able to get the point there. 11-5 now the score.
Hartung inserted back into the game. Good serve there. And oh, a swing and a miss right there. And St. Mary's, they've run off 2 in a row. Taylor Obermiller played in 16 sets last season, seeing her first action of the season here. Here's Johnson. That one gotten a piece of by Heft and Obermiller. Hardung now with a swing, and she's met at the net by White. White now will swing, and that one hit the pole, and it'll be another one for St. Mary's. They've run off 3 in a row and cut the deficit to just 4. Huber back to serve once again. It's a good serve right there, and that one, Heft able to put it over with the right hand. White now with the swing, Johnson, beg your pardon. Obermiller now aiming for that back corner, but it's reached by Maddox. That one dug out, and I believe they're going to call a Rattler in the net. Obermiller gets the call right there. And there seems to be a certain calm over the game right now. St. Mary's actually featuring 5 seniors on the floor to go along with Guthrie, the junior. So a lot of experience playing volleyball out there right now. And this might just be the kind of lineup that you need to try to pull your way back into a game. It looks like Slaughter will now substitute back into the game.
As you mentioned, Guthrie on the floor with the other 5 seniors. Guthrie played 2 seasons at McMurray University where they claimed the NCCAA National and Regional Championship. As Heft gets the point on that exchange, cutting the deficit to 3. Rattlers starting to make a move.
Here comes Martinez now on to serve, and this is the point of the game where if you're going to make a move, it's got to be around here. It's still relatively early in the set, so it's a good chance to still fight back into it. The deficit was at 6 at one point. It is now reduced to 3. Rochelle, that set just a bit too high for her as she's not able to go get it. And St. Mary's now within 2. Martinez taking her time. Good strong serve. Oh, and Maddox. The hand placement just wrong there, and St. Mary's busting their way back into this game. It's just a 1-point deficit now, and Coach Jennifer Lawrence wants a timeout. We'll go on ahead, take the break with them as you're watching Rattler Volleyball on the Rattler Network.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, everyone. 12-11. St. Mary's trailing here in this fourth set. However, they lead the match 2-1. Victoria Martinez back to serve once again. And it's Johnson taking a swing, dug out by Hardung. Here's Heft. And Heft able to square it away. 12 on the board each as St. Mary's has surged their way back into this set.
Things were looking bleak for the Rattlers early on, and this a brand new set. All things tied at 1 or at 12 apiece.
Johnson replies. But if you're St. Mary's, you can't be upset at all with the scoreboard right now. A game that at one point seemed like it was going to be a shellacking is now just a 1-point margin, and Johnson gives the point right back with a missed serve. Chicatano and Paul reinserted into the game, and Rachel will be back to serve. Rachel Chicken Taco Chicatano. For Shell, she's met at the net. Here's Paul now. And Jenna Paul able to beat the blockers and find the floor. St. Mary's takes the lead, 14-13.
Beautiful job by the Rattlers, able to get back into this one, taking the advantage now midway through set number 4.
Oh, the tandem play in the middle. Slaughter and Paul putting up a fence on the net. St. Mary's now by 2.
Slaughter and Paul hosting a block party on that exchange. Rattlers lead by 2. And another miscue on the side of the Shaps. 16-13 now the score. Timeout called by Coach Jennifer Lawrence. The Shaps need to regroup as they trail the Rattlers 16-13 in set number 4. We'll take a quick break, but stay tuned. More upcoming right after this, right here on the Rattler Network.
And welcome back, Rattler fans. 16-13. St. Mary's has managed to claw their way to a lead here in set number 4. Following great heads-up play by the senior Aaron Fisher right there. I'm not sure if that was the decision made during the timeout, but Fisher able to catch the Rattlers off guard. And it'll be Matthews reinserted back into the game. Here's Paul, and Jenna Paul finds the corner. That one painting the outside corner, so we'd say if it were a b-ball game.
Beautifully done by Jenna Paul, able to place it perfectly. And the Rattlers able to bump their lead back up to 3, 17-14. 8 points separate the Rattlers from the victory in their season opener. That one sent back. Slaughter and Huber
Dug out by Shikatano. Estrada. Oh. Victoria Estrada trying to get the kill right there. Was not able to. All 5-2 of Victoria Estrada trying to get the kill. But she's gotten the digs though. 17-15. Huber yelling for it, and she's sent back. White combining with Matthews for that block. And now the lead just won, and you see the Rattlers gathering up. This is a very important point. This is a good swing point right here. Either the Rattler margin is going to increase to 2, or the Chaps will be right back into the game. Here's Slaughter. That one dug out. St. Mary's going again. It's Huber this time. Maddox able to get to it. And the Rattlers will have a free ball. Jenna Paul now. Oh, and the beautiful pancake there. Dug out by Martinez now. Here's Huber just sending it back over. Castleberry now. And White finally able to get the final touch on it and send it to the Rattler floor. And we're squared away at 17 apiece.
What an exciting exchange right there. Amazing play after amazing play. And Lubbock Christian rewarded for their efforts, tying this set up at 17 apiece.
Here's Paul attacking from the middle. It's going to be another free ball. Paul again. This one dug out by White. Johnson now with a swing. Estrada able to dig it out. Johnson again. Here's White. Sent back by Huber, the solo effort. Free ball for St. Mary's. It's going to be Slaughter. And Slaughter able to put it down. St. Mary's regains the 1-point edge.
Beautiful job by Lauren Slaughter, slaying that point, giving the Rattlers the advantage. 18-17 now the score.
Obermiller reinserted into the game. Slaughter back to serve. Oh, and that one put down by Castleberry after a tough set by Fisher. She didn't get the best of pass right there, but able to make it work, and we're squared away at 18 apiece. Castleberry now back to serve. Estrada. There'll be Huber playing the tip, and it's dug out by Johnson. And a player caught in the net. It was Obermiller who they got. And so the point for Lubbock Christian as they now take the lead for the first time in a while in this set. Here's Obermiller. Tough set for Fisher. And Castleberry not able to make it work as St. Mary's will now tie it on back up. Heft and Guthrie reinserted into the game for Paul and Shikatano. Guthrie back to serve. Top spin. It's taken by Maddox. White with the swing. Estrada able to dig it out, but it's into the St. Mary's net. And now a 1-point advantage for Lubbock Christian. Very close game. Back and forth we go. Maddox now on the serve. Estrada. Here's Obermiller. And that one out of play. And a timeout is called. We'll go on ahead. We'll head to the break with them as well. A 2-point lead for Lubbock Christian as we are in set number 4 here on the Rattler Network.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
welcome back, Rattler fans. 21-19. Lubbock Christian 4 points away from seizing set number 4. Castleberry on the serve right there. Heft will send it over with the left hand. Here's Johnson now taking a swing, and it's out of play. Good judgment there by Guthrie and Martinez. 21-20. And Hartung now reinserted back into the game for Estrada. And something we've mentioned a lot in this game, just good judgment by Martinez. And you actually got a chance to catch up with the senior during media day, did you not?
Victoria Martinez, one of the 5 seniors on this Rattler squad, as St. Mary's gets the point there on the violation. But I did get the chance to speak with Victoria Martinez during the volleyball media day prior to the start of this season, which you could check out only and exclusively on RattlerAthletics.com, as Huber's serve is played, and here come the Rattlers.
You see Martinez on display right there.
Good job by Obermiller staying on her toes, but Lubbock Christian just as resilient, able to get the score there as they take the 22-21 lead.
And this game just very competitive. Both teams trying not to break, not giving an inch, as Huber able to dig out that serve. Here's Hartung now, and I believe they're going to get a violation right there. Player called in the net. I think he held up, the head referee held up a 9 right there. If so, then that would be on Froschel. But nonetheless, it's 22-22. Both teams within 3 of victory in this set. Here's Martinez. Very good serve from her. That one blocked, but out of play, and so St. Mary's will now trail 23-22.
How do the Rattlers respond?
Well, first thing they need right here, they just need a really good pass, if you're asking me. Set up your setter to be able to get one of those big hitters. It'll be Slaughter taking a swing. And Froschel, that one out of play, and it's 23-all. This is just a back and forth action type of game. Chicatano and Jenna Paul inserted into the game. St. Mary's 2 points from taking the match. Lubbock Christian 2 points away from forcing a set number 5, dug out by Martinez. Here's Hartung now, playing it short. It's dug out. Froschel met at the net by Slaughter. Oh, and Slaughter just barely got a fingertip into the net, and the point will go to Lubbock Christian as they'll be serving for the set.
Controversial call right there, but nonetheless, play will resume. Rattlers need a point here.
Here's Paul. It's dug out. Slaughter going up, and St. Mary's able to force 24-24. You have to win by 2, and the Rattlers in Lubbock Christian will play deuces just like they do in tennis. Here's Hartung. Top spin on the serve. Castleberry. The freshman's been quiet this set, but able to get the big point right there. Lubbock Christian serving for the set for the second time.
And once again, Castleberry seems to show up at the biggest of spots. As you mentioned, Lubbock Christian 1 point away from forcing a decisive 5th set.
Good pass by Martinez. Here's Jenna Paul, and she's sent back. Big play at the net by Samantha Matthews, and that'll set a set number 5. So the captains will meet. They'll flip a coin, decide who serves first and what side we play on. We'll be back to bring you the decisive set number 5 after this quick break.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, Rattler fans. Set number 5 in the season opener. It doesn't get more intense than this. The Rattlers will be serving first. The sides will remain the same as in set number 4. The game only goes to 15 in final set number 5, so as to emphasize not making mistakes. Heft able to put that one over. Here's White now, sent back by Huber and Slaughter, and St. Mary's. That's the start that they want right there, 1-0.
The first point of a set, always important, especially when you're playing only to 15 in the 5th and final set. As Estrada, her serve is met.
Oh, that one sent back, but out of play, and we're squared away, 1 apiece.
As we look ahead in the schedule, St. Mary's will be playing once again tomorrow at 6 p.m. right back here at Bill Greehey Arena as that point goes to the Rattlers. St. Mary's will take on Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. It'll be a non-conference game. And then they will play once again on Saturday in a Heartland Conference matchup against the University of Texas Permian Basin. That game will start at 12 noon on Saturday, as just like that, St. Mary's takes the 3-1 lead courtesy of Melissa Heff, who did a wonderful job on that play.
And we're seeing our first action out of Alexandria Guerrero right here. What a serve she has right there. That's nasty. That one's sent back. Heft hits the deck. Oh, and Holman, she got a piece of it to block it, but not able to go and corral it. As Guerrero will go on ahead and take a seat. Slaughter will substitute in, and then Martinez will substitute right back in for Slaughter. Here's the serve by White. That one out of play. And see, we speak about the magnifying mistakes when you're only playing to 15. That kind of misplay hurts you a whole lot when you're playing to a lower score. Going ahead, point out our impact players of the game so far. Maddie Johnson, she's stuck out for Lubbock Christian. 16 kills on the game, 8 digs. She also has 2 assists, and then she's accounted for 17.5 points for Lubbock Christian. So that one dug out by Estrada. Here's Jenna Paul, cross court, finding the floor, 5-2 now for the Rattlers. The impact player for St. Mary's, still Melissa Heff, 16.5 points on the game that she's accounted for, to go along with 15 kills, an absolutely ridiculous 41.9% kill percentage rate, as that one put down by Johnson. 5-3, St. Mary's.
Rattlers looking good. Good job, able to get to it and keep it in play. Paul had to get back, and she was able to get back to combine for that block right there. Here's Paul once again, aiming for that back corner.
Guthrie now on the set. It'll be Holman having to fade back on that one. And it's eventually put down by Frochelle. A good pit of play right there, as the margin is now just 1. Johnson back to serve. And it's long. Estrada letting it go. And once again, an unforced error could prove costly for the Lady Chaps. Hardung checking into the game for Estrada, as Huber will now go back to serve. Kelsey Huber, the only Rattler to play every single point so far this game. Hardung digs that one out. It'll be Paul, and a bad set right there by Guthrie, as it looks like she just overpowered that one. Meanwhile, Matthews will check into the game for the Lady Chaps from Maddox. Frochelle back to serve. And again, we have a miscommunication on the set. 6-6 now.
1st-9 now at this point of the match. Lubbock Christian trying to steal one from the Rattlers.
Guthrie trying to fool the defense there. Holman now with the swing. And that one, Fisher taking matters into her own hand. And 3 straight points run off by the Lady Chaps. Coach Warmack Chipman has seen enough. She'll take a timeout. We'll take the break with her. And when we come back, the exciting conclusion to the season opener here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. First shell still back to serve for Lubbock Christian. As St. Mary's out of the timeout, they go to Jenna Paul. Good dig. Oh, and that one put down. It's Castleberry. Once again, proving to be the thorn in the Rattlers' side. And since a team has reached 8, in order to keep things fair, you go on ahead and switch up the sides. St. Mary's trailing by 2 right here, Brian. And if you're St. Mary's, what does your mentality have to be right here?
Well, you have to realize you're not going to tie things up on one play or one possession. You have to take each point as they come. And right now, St. Mary's needs to make their move. Once again, we're only playing to 15. Hartung misplays that one, but Huber able to get to it.
And a bit of miscommunication right there. I think Martinez wanted to take that ball, but then Holman at the last second was going to pull up and let her have it, but then just got in the way. Here's Paul now attacking from the middle. It's dug out. And back over to St. Mary's side. Guthrie shooting it and able to find the corner. St. Mary's still kicking here in the late stages. They trail by 2, and Slaughter heading on back into the game.
Guthrie atoning for those 2 missed serve opportunities. And here's Martinez.
Oh, great serve there by Victoria.
And just like that, St. Mary's has cut this deficit to 1. They now trail 9-8. And we'll keep it right here as we look ahead to a weekend full of St. Mary's sports action, the beginning of the athletic season.
That's right, Brian. I mean, soccer, they'll be opening up their season as well. It's very exciting.
Volleyball will be playing tomorrow, as we mentioned earlier, but the women's soccer team opening their season up as well right here inside the park at St. Mary's University as they take on Colorado State Pueblo at 7 p.m. You can catch that game live on the Rattler Network.
And then tune in again on Sunday the 7th. Men's soccer, they'll be playing Ochita Baptist. That'll be starting at noon. And then women's soccer, they'll be playing right after them at 2:30. Of course, we'll have that for you here on the Rattler Network, so be sure to check out soccer opening up their season. But back to the volleyball action now. Castleberry, I should say. Jenna Paul now. That one's met at the net. Jenna Paul again. That one blocked and finds the floor. And just like that, we're squared away at 9.
And it seems like as this match has progressed, Jenna Paul has imposed her will and left a huge mark on this game. 9-9 is the score.
Yeah, both teams have struggled to find separation from one another for this entire game. Castleberry able to get that one down, and Lubbock Christian now within 5. White will substitute back into the game for Lucia. You bring up Jenna Paul, 13 kills on the game, so she's certainly contributed her part. Here's Hartung now. The big swing and the big hit by Hartung. A little fist pump to go along with it as both teams now the whole game just leading up to who can get the final 5 points.
And a beautifully placed shot by Devin Hartung, splitting the defense, and now, as you said, 5 points away separates one of these teams from victory.
Sent back by Slaughter. Hartung there to combine as well. Big play for the Rattlers.
4 away now for St. Mary's. Big time block right there.
Good dig by Martinez. Here's Hartung, and that one just out of play. And something I've noticed, Brian, in this 5th set, we've kind of had a cross match. Usually it was Shikatano and Jenna Paul who were subbing in together, but this time it's Shikatano and Heft who have been substituting in together. As here's Heft now, the lefty. Slaughter jumping up, trying to make sure nothing happening there. That one dug out by Huber. It'll be Hardung again, playing with the tip right there. Here's Johnson, the floater, and it's out of play. Martinez looking like she would have been able to chase that one down, but it finds out of bounds. And now it's a 1-point lead for the Rattlers. Estrada substituting into the game for Hardung.
When that ball was heading closer and closer to the floor, you could feel the tension in the air. Every Rattler fan holding their breath as St. Mary's able to take the 1-point lead.
Good dig by Martinez, and Estrada just not able to handle that one. I believe it's Johnson able to put that one down right there. Frochelle will now be re-entering into the game for Samantha Matthews. Back to serve, it's Maddox. Good pass by Estrada. Here's Huber, and she's sent back at the net. Frochelle and White combining for that big block right there. 2 points away are Lubbock Christian in this intense Heartland Conference battle. We'll go on ahead, take a timeout, and bring it right back here after this quick commercial break.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
And welcome back, everyone. 13-12. We're only going to 15. A very close match here to start off the season between your St. Mary's Rattlers and the Lubbock Christian University Lady Chaps. Heft sent back, but Martinez able to go get it. And Heft will now push it to the corner. Misplay by Maddox. And St. Mary's tying this one up. 13s on the board for both teams. Holman will head into the game. Martinez will head out. And we'll see a substitution here as it's Guerrero checking back into the game for Slaughter.
And what a spot for this freshman to be in, serving a key point.
And I think she could have possibly felt the pressure right there. She serves that one out of play. Slaughter will head back into the game, but only temporarily, so Martinez can check back in. And match point now for Lubbock Christian. Good serve. It'll be Heft. That one popped into the air. Dug out by Shikatano. Huber sends it back over. Johnson finds the floor. And the comeback is completed for Lubbock Christian University. A tough one to swallow here for the Rattlers. But, Brian, we saw some great flashes out of our Rattlers here today. But in the end, a tough loss right there as the Lady Chaps able to bring this one back.
Give a lot of credit to Lubbock Christian for being resilient all the way through. They were down for the most part of this entire match, but their resiliency shone through, especially in the later portions of this game, especially during the 4th and 5th set. Credit St. Mary's, however, we saw a lot of good things that we hope to continue to see as the season progresses, but this, obviously, the result you did not want beginning the season.
Well, a tough one to swallow for the Rattlers, but they'll have to forget it quickly. Back in action tomorrow at 6 p.m. So a Friday game, go on ahead, come out to beautiful Bill Greehey Arena if you can. If not, be sure to tune on in to the Rattler Network at rattlerathletics.com. For Brian McGlulion, I'm Joe Rodriguez. Take care, everyone.